Good afternoon, student. See, due to this pandemic situation, we started the online classes. Since from the 2-3 lectures when we start the 10th standard, at that time from the science and technology, we started the part 2. Basically, this chapter physically we learn. Only the last point of the chapter we learn in yesterday's online lecture. But some students can't available the mobiles on 4:30 to 5:30, so I will send the video of the lectures. You can see that video and you can learn the chapter. Okay, so in today's lecture we are going to revise the first chapter from the science and technology part 2, that is chapter number first, heredity and the evolution. See, at the starting of the chapter in the introduction we revise the some basic things those we learn in 9th standard. So that basic things are DNA, which is helpful to transformation of the hereditary character from parents to their offspring. We learn the structure of DNA, what are the present in DNA and how they are useful for passing the hereditary character from parent to their offspring. So see, this is the some DNA structure are shown on the screen. The DNA is mostly two types of the helix ring, and these helix rings are crossed over the each other. These helix rings are prepared with the help of sugar and the phosphate molecules. And inside the DNA, the four type of the nitrogenous bases are present. That is adenine, guanine, cytosine and thymine. They all are arranged in the one group, and that group is called as the nucleotides. Then this DNA structure is helpful to passing the hereditary character from one generation to another generation. This basic definition we learn in the 9th standard. But we know that the hereditary character is transferred with the help of genes. And genes means what? The part of the DNA. That means once we cut the DNA in the small group, then each and every group is known as the genes. So these genes are helpful to passing the hereditary character from one generation to another. So these basic things are related with our actual chapter of hereditary and the evolution. Now hereditary definition we learn, that is transfer the biological character from one generation to another via genes. So this heredity means what, and how the heredity changes can be occur from one generation to another generation. That heredity changes now we are going to start. So see, basically those characteristics of the parents are passing from one generation to another generation with the help of genes. This definition is given by the John Grier Mendel, and hence it is known as the father of genetics. Related to the John Grier Mendel, in 9th standard we also learns the Mendel principle related to the plant, related to the animal. So this first hereditary is found with the help of John Grier Mendel. So it is known as the father of modern genetics. Then these genetic changes are further considered in 1902. The Walter and Sutton scientists are observed the chromosome pair. Now we learn what is meant by the chromosome. The chromosome, it is also the part in which the hereditary characters are the situated, those are passing from one generation to another generation. So this chromosome, how the chromosome can be formed, when this chromosome get developed. So this development of the chromosome is first found by the scientist Walter and Sutton. They observed the chromosome pair when they are do the study of the grasshopper like animal. So in grasshopper body, first they found the chromosome pair in the form of X and Y. So here the hereditary then changes into the chromosome. Now not only with the help of genes, but with the help of chromosome also the hereditary character are transferred. Then further that in 1994, the three scientists, that is Ostwald, Avery, Michael McCaffrey and Colin MacLeod, proved that the living organism have a DNA as a genetic material. So first found the genes, then chromosome, and then they are found the DNA structure, that is dinucleoxyriboxylic acid, which are helpful to passing the hereditary character. Then further in 1961, the French genetics Francois Jacob and Jacques Monod proposed a model for the process of protein synthesis. Now these scientists are proven that not only DNA, not only chromosome, not only genes, but the hereditary character are transferred from one generation to another generation with the help of protein synthesis. And this protein synthesis, with help of DNA, it get decoded and then the information is transferred from one generation to the another generation. So these are the some changes those happen in the hereditary. That means those are helpful to passing the hereditary character from one generation to another generation. Then we learn about the heredity, but heredity is only useful for passing the hereditary character? No, the heredity is used in the science and technology also. The use of the first heredity, it is useful for diagnosis, treatment and the prevention of the hereditary disorder. Now what is meant by the disorder? If you remember, in the 9th standard we learned that monogenetic disorder, polygenetic disorder, chromosomal disorder. That means in human body the 23 pairs of the chromosomes are the present. If any one of the number in the pair increases or decreases, it arises the different type of the disorder. So this genetic disorder is happen due to the mutation. And further to diagnosis, to treatment and to prevention, this hereditary science is useful. Then the second use, that to production of the hybrid varieties of the animal and the plants. And the third use, in industrial process, the microbes are used for the formation of the different type of the product. Then we are going towards our next point, that is transcription, translation and the translocation. So basically transcription, translation and the translocation, these all the process are helpful to passing the information from DNA to protein synthesis for the formation of hereditary character. So we just recall the things related to the some structure of DNA and RNA which is needed for the transcription, translation and the translocation processes. So see the first question. Sketch and explain the structure of DNA and the various type of the RNA. If you remember, this is the DNA structure, oxyribonucleic acid. It is prepared with the help of two helix ring. Inside that rings, the 4 nucleotides are the present. So this is basic structure you have to draw related to the DNA that we already learned in the 9th standard. Then we also learn about the RNA, the structure of RNA and the types of RNA. So basically in DNA what we have to explain, the DNA is prepared with the help of double helix, consist of the nucleotides. The nitrogenous bases have two types, that is purines and the pyrimidines. Purines is consist with the help of adenine and guanine. They are always paired with each other with the help of double hydrogen bonding. And cytosine is always paired with thymine with triple hydrogen bonding. And due to this hydrogen bonding, the helix bounded with each other. If the hydrogen bond is not present, then that ring gets suddenly open. So due to the strong force of the hydrogen bonding, they are in the form of helix. Then the structure of RNA and types of RNA. The RNA is second important nucleic acid. This nucleic acid is made up of the ribose sugar, phosphate and the 4 type of the nitrogenous bases. So you all know which type of the nitrogenous bases present in the RNA: adenine, guanine, cytosine, and instead of thymine in RNA, uracil is present. Then the types of RNA, it is mRNA, tRNA and rRNA. So according to the functions, first one is the rRNA, that is ribosomal RNA. The molecule of RNA, which is component of the ribose organelle, is called as the ribosomal RNA. The ribosome performs the function of protein synthesis. So it is very useful for us to passing the hereditary character from one generation to another generation. Then the second one is the messenger RNA. Shortly we called it as the mRNA. The RNA molecule that carries the information of the protein synthesis from the genes. That is DNA chain in the cell molecule to ribosome, in which the cytoplasm which produce the protein is called as the messenger RNA. In the name it is given, whatever the information is created in the DNA, it passing from DNA to mRNA and that converted into the protein synthesis for the formation of the rRNA. So basically messenger RNA is transfer the message from one group to another group with the help of amino acids. And the last one is the tRNA, that is transfer RNA. This RNA molecule, according to the messenger RNA, carries the amino acid to the ribosome and transfer into the rRNA. So this is the basic information related to the RNA. Now we know the each and every RNA, what is the work of rRNA, that we already learned into the 9th standard. So basically we revise this because when we learn the process of transcription, translation and the translocation, this DNA, RNA are helpful for us. Then the second question is genetic disorder, that we already discussed, that is mutation in the person of the genes causes a medical condition called as the genetic disorder. For example, the Down syndrome, thalassemia, sickle cell anemia, etc. Now we are going towards the actual process of the transcription. Now in the simple language, we know that each and every organism is prepared with the help of the cells. In the cell, nucleus is present. Inside the nucleus, DNA is present and mRNA is present. And outer side of the nucleus, tRNA and rRNA is present. So according to that, how the transcription process can be occur. So see, the transcription process occur when the DNA transfer their information towards the mRNA. This process is known as the transcription. So see, with the help of RNA, the genes present in the form of DNA participate the functioning of the cell, and thereby they control the structure and functioning of the body. Information about the protein synthesis is stored in a DNA and synthesize the appropriate proteins as per the requirement. These proteins are synthesized by the DNA through the RNA. This process is called as the central dogma. The messenger RNA produced as per the sequence of the nucleotides on DNA. That means the simple language, the DNA convert the information into the mRNA. This process is called as the transcription, and when the mRNA form in the nucleus, come into the cytoplasm and further form the proteins, this process is called as the translation. And this basically both process includingly called as the central dogma. Then the mRNA, after the formation of the protein, they are converted into the amino acids, and amino acids are formed with the help of 3 nucleotides. When the group of the 3 nucleotides are present in the mRNA, that group is called as the codon, that is triple codon. So this codon, basically all the information is stored with the help of codon. Then this codon are form a long chain of the amino acids like this. See the group of the codon, that is CUG, UGA, this is the group, and this group is called as the codon or triple codon. So basically when this happen, when we open the structure of the DNA, when we open that helix ring, this type of the 3 nucleotides group get formed. So this group of the 3 nucleotides is known as the codon, and the all information with the help of amino acids are stored in the codon. Now the amino acids brought in the tRNA are bounded together with the help of peptide bonds. That means according to the group of codon, the different type of the amino acids are formed, and each and every amino acids are attached to each other with the help of bonds, and that bonds is known as the peptide bonds. Then during this process, the ribosome keeps moving from one end of the mRNA to the other end of the mRNA with the help of some distance of the triple codon, and this transformation from the one amino acid to the last amino acid, this process is called as the translocation. Now this is about transcription, translation and the translocation. Now the last we are going to see about the mutation. So before going towards the mutation, I shortly explain again the transcription, translation and translocation. See, the process of DNA, that means whatever the characteristic, whatever the synthesis is present in the DNA, it is passing towards the mRNA. This process is called transcription. mRNA, with the help of mRNA, the proteins are formed. This process is called as the translation. that proteins are in the form of amino acids, and each and every amino acid is formed with the help of codon, that is group of 3 nucleotides, and the different type of the amino acids are attached to one another with the help of bonds, and from one amino acid to the last amino acid, the rRNA is transferred from first amino acid to last amino acid. It is called as the translocation. Now the last, mutation. Now we know that the living organism having the ability to produce the new individual like themselves, and due to the genes, and some of the genes are transmitted from one generation to another generation. When this characteristic of the parents are transmitted from one generation to another generation, at that time the structure of the genes, that means those nucleotides are present in the genes, are suddenly get changed their sequence, and due to that some characteristic are get changes when passing from parent to offspring, and this is called as the mutation. We just understand with the help of diagram. See, this is the group of, first figure it shows that the group of the nucleotides, that is thymine, adenine, cytosine, thymine, guanine, cytosine, adenine, guanine and thymine. Suppose this is the basic sequence are present, and we know that when we have to pass the characteristic, these genes are need to pass as it is, or some genes get suddenly changes. What happens? See, suppose this C, those are the mark here. Suppose this C, when are passing from one generation to another generation, it get out and replaced with the help of T. So what happened? Those are the basic sequence of the genes are present. It suddenly get changes, and this change is called as the mutation. And this mutation arises the different diseases, genetic disorder in next generation. So this is basically the process of the transcription, translation and the mutation. So hopefully you understand the point heredity, heredity changes, transcription, translation and the translocation. So here our first part of the chapter, that is heredity, is completed. Now according to the hereditary changes, how the evolution takes place in the next generation, that we are going to see in the next lecture. So you, with the help of this video, you just learn again the heredity and hereditary changes and the transcription, translation and the translocation processes. So for today we will over this, remaining we are going to see in the next lecture.